Hey, did you guys miss me? It's Gwen again. I'm the same friend of Kelly's who saved her from an unhappy marriage. If you haven't seen our story yet, hurry up. We have already 2 videos out. Links to them are in the description below. Feel free to watch, comment, and enjoy the series. What about me? You forgot about me as usual. Oh, you're here now. What took you so long? I've actually been here since the beginning of the video. I'm sorry. I just had a stuffy nose and I didn't smell you near me. I just got out of the shower. You always do that. How? Running away from the truth. Can we not do this again? I don't know what you want. Either you're hitting on me or you hate me. Pick one. Yeah. I didn't go for coffee with you because it wasn't good the first time around. That was a long time ago. Let's talk about it later. I don't want to get into this right now. Anyways, guys, this is Aaron, the same guy who was actively involved in rescuing our friend Kelly. And yes, I see you have questions about us. Sorry about the little scene. Long story short, Aaron asked me out after my ambiguous hint at the end of the last episode. But I honestly meant to go on the date. And at the last minute, I thought that we'd be better as friends and decided to ditch him. Aaron was offended, and then he kind of got the idea, and we tried to pretend it never happened. Oh yeah, I told you about Kelly. But it's cooler than that. She sent us a wedding invitation, and now Aaron and I are at the airport flying for the wedding. Yay! When we arrived, Kelly's parents met us. We had a great night's sleep after the long flight, and the next day was the ceremony. Kelly came out to us in her wedding dress. Man, you should have seen her. How beautiful she was. So light and most importantly, glowing with joy. I'm really happy for her. Her husband's name is Ruslan, and I met him at the wedding. They looked amazing. I didn't like him right away. He was kind of shady. You're the shady one. He just wasn't interested in you. A man's handshake says a lot. I knew right away there was something wrong. I'm a man. I can sense moments like that. I forgot to mention that Aaron thought Ruslan was a little strange, as if he was hiding something. But personally, nothing seemed strange to me. So the fact that he was always running off to talk to someone on the phone and staying away from everyone doesn't tell you anything? By the way, I saw that he was always getting phone calls from some Samira. That's it. Don't interrupt me. Anyway, friends, the wedding went well. There was dancing and a traditional gunfire so loud that I almost went deaf. After the celebration, the 4 of us flew out to our place. The newlyweds decided to have their wedding trip in the States, and Aaron and I were thrilled. Right, Aaron? Yes, glad, of course, he said. Kelly and her husband spent a couple of days together, and then the 4 of us met to get to know each other better and chat. Ruslan booked a fancy table at a cool restaurant. We sat and chatted nicely, and only Aaron behaved differently than usual. He was silent. Ruslan, however, now and then hit his phone or went to the toilet and... Gwen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you get me a drink of water? I'm dying of thirst. Anyway, guys, before Gwen comes and starts talking about what I did next, I want to enlighten you a little bit. That night wasn't the only night I was quiet. It was just the more we spent time together with Gwen, the more I realized that I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't try, if I didn't find the courage to admit my feelings. Gwen is amazing, but she was so wrapped up in our friendship, or maybe because she was afraid it wouldn't work out, that she froze up in terror. But that night, the champagne helped me become a little more determined, and I let my inner Cupids out. What inner Cupids are you talking about? I'm talking about Ruslan. So, I followed him into the bathroom and overheard him talking. He was saying he couldn't talk now because his wife was there, and he asked me not to bother him. He called the person he was talking to Samira, and then he disconnected the phone. Yes, and Aaron told me about it. All in all, the party was fun. Then the young ones went home, and Aaron offered to finish the champagne. And then it was on. Gwen, look, we've known each other for so long. Our jokes, we have together, even the fact that you beat me up sometimes. Am I the only one who feels like it's going somewhere? Somewhere? Aaron, did the champagne go to your head? What champagne? I'm serious now. Gwen, I love you. Waiter! Where's the menu? I'm hungry. Aaron, are you going to eat? There's your favorite salad with onions and garlic. Just the way you like it. Thanks, I'm not hungry. You know, at that moment, my heart almost jumped out of my chest. I heard the words. I was waiting for the person I wanted to hear them from, but I got scared. I pretended I hadn't heard. We finished and Aaron took me home and left. I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about what he'd said. Did I like him? What would I have wanted? I can tell you one thing for sure. I was very confused. By the way, I didn't tell you, but I got a job at the cafe next door to the Bee where Aaron worked. We usually open the place together in the mornings, but today, the Bee was opened by the owner. I thought Aaron was running late, but he didn't show up for work that day or the next. I called him, texted him. He bluntly ignored me. Kelly and Ruslan offered to go to his house. I said no. I told him if he didn't want to communicate, he could go away. You said that? Well, yeah, you were missing. It's all because of you. So now it's my fault? Well, yes. I told you how I felt. Shut up and listen to the story. So the guys went to his house on their own. To tell you the truth, I was sitting there holding the phone, waiting to hear from the guys. And then the phone rang, and I picked up quickly. Kelly, what's up with him? Gwen, he's fine. What an asshole. Give him a slap. I'm not going to talk to him anymore. Gwen, here's the thing. He's getting married. What? The phone falls out of my hands. I'm in shock. At some point, my heart goes numb, and tears start flowing. Kelly and her husband arrived at my house to tell me the ceremony's tomorrow, and I point my middle finger in the direction of his house and was wishing him happiness. Gwen, I don't know everything that's going on with you, but I can see that you care about him. It would be better if you tell him now or forever hold your peace. Have you ever worked in a church before? I work in the morgue. Oh, so I know it's better now than later. He's kidding, but he's right about something. Let's go. A minute later, we were rushing to Aaron's house. We ran inside, where Aaron was talking to his father. Aaron stared at me with round eyes, and I didn't know what I was doing. I took his hand, exhaled, and said, "Look, you can't get married today, okay? You love me." "Yeah, I know, and you rejected me, and I agreed to marry on my father's terms to the girl that they picked out for me." "But that's freaking wrong. We were saving Kelly from something like that. This is my choice, and I agreed. What do you care?" "Yeah, I don't give a damn. Do whatever you want. You came here to tell me that?" "Yes." "Gwen." I looked at my friend, his father, and then a girl of unpredicted beauty, apparently his fiancée, walked in. The three of us looked at each other. I grabbed Aaron's arm, Kelly's other, and Ruslan pulled Aaron out. We ran out of the house like a bullet, jumped in the car, and it wasn't until a few seconds later that I'd realized I'd stolen someone else's fiancé. We drove in silence, Ruslan bringing us into the woods so we could yell. He and Kelly moved a little further away. Aaron and I got out of the car and he yelled, "What did you do? Why this circus? You can't marry her." "Why?" Because she's too beautiful for you." "Are you serious right now?" Kelly came up to us, trying to smooth the conversation. She said that looking at us, you could tell we were a couple of fools in love who couldn't just admit their feelings to each other. I was really nervous and really didn't know what to say. Because this is Aaron, and yes, we're like peanut butter and jelly. What are we even talking about? And Aaron got mad. "You show up at my wedding, steal me away to who knows where. Gwen is talking some crap, and after that, you call me stupid? Let's be honest, there is no love at all." "Dude, cool it. You are emotional. There is love, and me and Kelly are the proof." "Oh, look who's talking. That's Mr. Always on the phone. Who is Samira? Does Kelly know about her? You've been on the phone with her 100 times tonight, and you're on a goddamn wedding trip." There was an awkward pause in the air. Kelly looked at Ruslan, at me. Ruslan coughed and said, "Samira's my sister. I was preparing a gift for Kelly, and she was helping to get it for our arrival. Thanks for ruining it." Man, it just couldn't get any worse. Aaron turned around, caught a cab, and drove away. And I was left, crying my eyes out. Kelly asked me why I couldn't just tell him how I felt. Maybe I really am an idiot, but it's hard for me to do. Although, in fact, I was clear on what I wanted. Maybe he'll be happier with her. Why should I get in the middle of that? After these words, the guys took me home, where I didn't sleep a bit that night. In the morning, I came to work, watching sadly as the owner opened up the bee. "What's up, Gwen?" "Same old. Aaron quit. Would you like to work in his place?" "No, I'm afraid I'm going to quit here." "That's too bad." "Huh? Weren't there any better waiters than us?" "That's not what I mean. You're the worst waiters. You think I didn't know you were secretly eating my fries?" "I'm sorry about what happened to you." "What do you mean?" "Gwen, it's none of my business, but I've been working in a cafe for 20 years. I've heard a lot from customers. The people are always different, but the stories are similar. If you miss it now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life." "What? Excuse me?" "I may be rude and pretend I don't care about anything, even though I do. But you and Aaron, you'd make a great couple. And one more thing. He asked me to tell you a couple of days after his wedding, but I think you could use it now." The landlord handed me a box that contained a necklace with a pendant in the shape of a cute tooth, and next to it, a card that said, "For you. I'll brush my teeth every day." I burst into tears. Out of nowhere, Kelly and Ruslan arrived. They were supposed to fly home, but they decided to stay and grabbed me and brought me to Aaron's house. They were already having a ceremony there, and they were having guests. I flew in like a bullet, locked myself and Aaron in a room, and blurted out, "If you marry her, I'll never forgive you." "It's too late, Gwen. I'm sick of this. Go home." "No, it's not too late. I should have told you a long time ago. I was just scared, you know? I was afraid to tell myself. I'm a coward, really. And forgive me, please. Just do not marry not out of love, please. I can't lose you." "Why not?" And in that moment, I just kissed him, and then I said, "Because I love you." "Jerk, how can you not understand that? Even if I scold you sometimes or might hit you, but I'll kick anyone's ass for you, because you're my man." Aaron was in stupor. There was a knock at the door, calling out for him. We climbed over the window. Our friends were waiting in the car again, and we just drove out there, further out of town with our phones off. Upon arrival, Aaron suddenly said, "Gwen, remember you once told me that even if I were the only man on the planet, the only girl that would marry me would be either blind, deaf, or stupid? Well, the situation is perfect. You're all three." "Shut up. Gwen, why are you standing there like an idiot? Propose to him, damn it." Gwen gets down on one knee. "Aaron, be my husband." And Aaron gives a sort of cryptic smile. Wow, am I the first straight man to be proposed to? That's the story of what happened to us that day. Well, whether or not Aaron accepted my proposal, you'll find out later. Or maybe you won't. It's up to you. If you liked the video, then please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe.